How the heck are you guys? Welcome back to the channel. At the time of this video going live, the game Watcher of Realms is currently under an update. We're getting a new patch, so I wanted to break down that patch for you in 10 minutes or less. I've talked a lot about this update, certain parts of it at least, so I don't want to dive super deep. I just want to give you the quick hits. A nice handful of heroes here in this first section. You can see Araka, Malvira. Let's skip this Malrik thing for a second and go to the other stuff. Beelzebub, all the tacticians, and certain kinds of summons. They have bugs. Those are being addressed. Things should be smoother. The main thing from the hero section, though, is going to be the change to Malrik. This is a pretty significant buff. How strong, we will have to see. If there's anywhere specifically you'd like to see me test him, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, while I'm asking things, please subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer every day to 50,000 subscribers. It would be very cool if you could hit that subscribe button. So the quick hits for Malrik, his big thing, or one of his big things, is he puts out these runes that are going to boost units on the field. He can now, when he ults, grant one of those wizard's runes to an additional ally. These runes are stackable with other buffs. It's like a unique buffing mechanism he has, where he's boosting the base stats, attack, HP, and defense of the target by 10%. Pretty cool thing. On top of that, he's giving rage restoration to people under the runes, and that has been increased. It goes from 5% without skill ups to 10% with skill ups. Now it's going to be 10% without skill ups, all the way up to 20% without. And this is a rage regeneration boost that happens as a burst when he ults. Also, when he ults, each time he's going to get these stacks of increased attack, so he should be stronger. Previously, at full skill ups, that capped out at 5% per stack, so it was 25% with a max 5 stacks. Now it is going to be 10% per stack up to 3 stacks, so 30% at max stacks. So it's higher, and you're going to get there faster. They've also increased his chance to place Winter's Bite, which is a very, very annoying crowd control debuff. They've brought it from 70% to 100% when you have him awakened 1. He's got a bug fix to a rune mastery. And there you basically go. I also think I forgot to mention Diao Chan is also having a bug fix. Probably worth spending a second on this one. She does this thing all the time in Arena where she auto-ults even when you didn't save it that way, which really undermines the purpose of using Diao Chan in Arena. You want her in black mode, not white mode. They're saying this has been fixed. I'll believe it when I see it. This is at least the 3rd time I can remember they addressed this. This I've spent a lot of time talking about for a while now. Soulstone Shards are officially coming as a drop in Drake's Chasm. They're saying, we solemnly pledge that the Soulstone drops are not going to change. You saw my video earlier today where I talked about how it seems they have buffed the drop rates of Soulstones, at least on the Foreigner server, or they instituted a long time ago a pity that's just starting to take effect. That they're saying will be unchanged. We got to see if there was a rate boost on Foreigner, if that's coming now. But additionally, an entire separate thing, we are getting Soulstone Shard drops. I don't like this system. However, if we see an improved drop rate on the actual Soulstones, then this system's gravy. This is like a fill-in-the-gap system that'll help the average player probably get 1 more unpolished Soulstone a year, which is certainly something. We're getting Season 11. It's kind of crazy. I remember when Guild Wars was new. We're already getting Season 11 of Guild Wars. We're getting new maps for the Central Keep and the defense towers, everything you're used to. New season means new avatar borders, emote rewards, so on. There's a new featured Demon Soldier. This will be the Frozen Raider. And the previous featured Demon Soldier, Golden Guard, can now drop from gear raids. They're not saying which gear raid, but we'll find out soon enough. You'll get them from farming. Pretty good stuff. Season 10, we're getting a gauntlet. That will be starting on the 27th of October. There'll be rewards you can get depending on how high your guild place, if you make it and you succeed. Different stuff here for the 6,000 servers. And then here we go. We've got a demon chest adjustment. So when you have those chances to get the random demon soldiers or the random shards of demon soldiers, new demons have been added. New DS have been added. So we've got 2 brand new ones, period. You can see here the Bloodmen Rats. These are a legendary chaotic demon soldier. And then the Ember Fire Templar, another legendary demon soldier, also the Chaos faction. These guys are brand new, so they are being added into the mystery demon chests. And then you'll see we've got the Batwing Banshee, which has been out for a little bit, but was previously not in the demon chest, is now being added. I will say, you guys know I like to hoard stuff. This is not the reason I always do it, but I have been hoarding my chests. You can see that here. I'm back up to 40 mystery demon chests. if you want to stay ahead of new seasons, I didn't know this stuff was coming, but it actually is a good tip moving forward, because then you have when the new demon soldiers come out and they're added into the chest, now you've got a chance for them to drop. But if you want to make sure you have a higher chance to get shards of demon soldiers you already have and you want to keep leveling up, then maybe do it before. Let's keep on moving now. They've got a second chapter of this update just about Guild Wars. This one's pretty fast. They're adding something called the Bot Stronghold. If you want to learn more about that, you can watch my dev interview from a couple months ago. Basically, this is going to be like an AI-controlled bot that you farm instead of attacking enemies placed by the actual guild members you're fighting against in your enemy guild in a guild war. And it's basically like if you want to be a little lazy or you're pressed for time, I think it's pretty cool. Not everyone takes GVG that seriously. You're going to get less out of it in terms of support, like helping your guild and knocking back the other team. But hey, it is something, and it's going to be an easy way to participate. They also have system attack plans for it, as you can see here. These will currently only apply to the bot stronghold maps. It's worth mentioning they say only, because maybe these kind of system plans can be applied to normal attacks as well in the future. And then they've added some Guild War challenge quests, and you'll see those when they come out. Now this I'm really not going to spend a long time on, because I had 2 videos, very long videos, already come out about the new guild boss Zerbus that is coming to the game with this update. And if you're watching this at the time it goes live, in half a day in the future, I will be releasing a very long video yet again on Zerbus. Maybe they're going to sneaky shadow patch it when they do this update. But as it stands now on test server and Forerunner, it is terrible content. Unplayable content, completely and utterly overtuned, even if you're on the test server with all A5 heroes. So I don't want to speak any more about it. Now, the other section, there's actually some good stuff here, so we'll go piece by piece. They've reduced the drop rate of 5-star psychic power and gold from Malrik's chests. They clearly have been watching my stuff. That is awesome. And they've increased the drop rate of Smoldering Scale and Sanguine Fabric. So more opportunities to forge good gear. Still, you're going to have to get really lucky. Forging has become very difficult. All the other reward drop rates are unchanged. Now, in Malrik's Halls of Illusion, you can see the stage countdown at the end of the fight is going to go from 90 seconds to 180 seconds. Gives us some more wiggle room. That's pretty player-friendly. I also want to take this time to say, nowhere in these official patch notes do they mention this, but it is hard confirmed over here in the new update intro, and we already have it on test server and Forerunner, and we know it's coming. We're getting new Malrik instances. So this is actual new content. So currently, people talk about Malrik content, not the hero, and they're talking about the Black Sewers. That is a specific instance, a specific fight in the game that you enter by using mossy crystals. We've got a whole new instance. You can kind of see it really tiny here. This is a volcanic style fight, and you enter this by using molten crystals. So we have a whole new crystal type, and thus a whole new instance we can enter. This content's pretty good. I think it's overtuned, and I think in general, this over here, 5 out of 5 energy, this is just so problematic in Malrik. And personally, I'm just not that interested in engaging with Malrik more than the minimum I have to until they change the energy system. At a minimum, they need to make it that higher, difficulty ones when you get to level 5, level 4, stuff like that. We need to have more energy, more attempts. At least make it, at level 3, maybe it's 10. At level 4, maybe it's 15. At level 5, maybe it's 20. As it stands now, I just think the content is like antithetical to the way they've set everything up in the game. This is a game where you grind over and over and over, and you try to crack the puzzle, and they're not letting us have enough attempts to crack the puzzles. And it made my favorite content my least favorite content. All right, they fixed some display bugs in the storage. Cool. They added status indicators after filtering. I actually don't know what that means. Sincerely, if anyone knows what that means, please do tell me. I also missed this, but this is kind of nice. Some more rewards. They keep adding new faction trials, so we're getting more star rewards on the bottom as you 3-star more and more stages. Now, this is an underrated change, number 6, for artifact common augmentation and advanced augmentation. This is when you're using those purple augmentation gems, either the basic one or the good one, to improve an additional boost to your flat HP and your flat attack. You can do this consecutively now, like continuously, and you can let it run until you hit max values. Probably not going to be hitting max values, but if you farm a lot of Malrik, this could be pretty cool. I don't know. I want to see how it looks in practice. Now we've got some little Demon Soldier reward. I think this is phrased very strangely. Commanders who newly unlock Demon Soldier can claim 1 copy of each of the following. I think, is this any Demon Soldier? I don't know. I think maybe this is like an achievement, and you can get these like OG Demon Soldiers. It's saying anyone who's already unlocked this will receive compensation via the mail, so keep an eye open for your mail. Now, the Dwarven Association, I actually do know what this means, and it took me a second to read it and understand. The Awakening Shop will offer 1 additional Legendary Hero Soulstone every 2 weeks. So this is phrased in a strange way, in my opinion. But basically, currently, in the Awakening Shop, where you use your gold tokens if you want to get a Legendary Hero Soulstone. And this is not any Legendary Hero Soulstone. It's like a Kriya Soulstone or an Arrogant Soulstone. It's hero specific. It's tied to that hero. Currently, we get 2 new heroes and their Soulstone a week. Now, every other week, there'll be a 3rd one. So currently, every 2 weeks, we're seeing 4 different Legendary Hero Soulstones. Now it will be 5. So 1 week, you'll see the 2 that we're used to, and the next week, it will go up to 3. Rinse and repeat. This will let them cycle through more legendary heroes, and we'll get to see more specific soulstones. So if you're hunting for something, like I'm hunting for 1 more element soulstone, it should come back around faster. Finally, this is only relevant to the biggest spenders in the game by a mile, but you can win the Ultimate Hero Pact card if you place extremely high in the Ultimate Leaderboard, so the top of your entire server during an Arrival of Heroes Oracles Trials, so a, hero summoning tournament. If you get that, they've added more legendary heroes into that pool. So previously, heroes like Hex were actually not included in that Hero Pact card, that random legendary card. I'm assuming he will be now. That's one example that comes to mind. They're not saying who's being added, but probably it's like all the normal legendaries or a bigger group of the normal legendaries in this game. If you think they're adding like Valara to that or something, I want to smoke what you're smoking. There we go, guys. I know we went just over 10 minutes, but I think that was pretty fast. This update is not something I'm excited for. There's cool stuff in there, but to be perfectly frank, and I'm going to go on the shortest rant ever, they asked me and other content creators and testers for input about all of this, and we all gave it, and it seems that they didn't change anything. Like, it all fell on deaf ears. So I'm a little over it. Thanks for watching. Share with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.